I will say right away that I am very young. I'm only 18 years old, and this seems to surprise most people. I think it's proof that we never are so young to begin to seek God or understand His truth. I was brought up as a Christian, without denomination. Never we attended church, but we always knew who our God was and the obligation that we had with Him. In my living room, to this day, hangs a large velvety painting of Jesus as a black man. This left a strong impression on me, because it made God real to me. Not only He had come to earth as a man, but He was black like me. In my pre-adolescence I was a crusade for Christ. He wanted to convert the world and save souls. Believed 100% blindly in everything that the Bible and my pastor, youth leader conveyed to me. Then one day I saw something in the Bible that didn't sound like the God who had learned how to love and obey. I thought I might be too young to understand, and I went to a Christian of more knowledge who confirmed that he was what I thought he was. My world has fallen. I read the whole Bible and marked it all things that were contradictory or ungodly. When I arrived at the revelation had already marked a large portion of the Bible as invalid. So thinking that perhaps I needed to look at it from a historical perspective, I made it my own historical research work. I found more hypocrisy, blasphemy, and human manipulation with the sacred scriptures. What shocked me was the story of the Council of Nicaea, in which, divinely guided, men decided which texts would remain in the Bible and which ones needed to be edited. I also asked myself how God could be three and one at the same time. What happens to a good man like Gandhi when he dies without Jesus? Hitler goes to paradise if he accepts Christ as your Lord and Savior? What about those who have never been exposed to Christianity? I was once told that the Trinity was part of God's essence, and that once that the breadth and scope of God are beyond my comprehension, I ought to simply believe. I couldn't worship a God I couldn't understand. I never lost my faith in God. I just decided that Christianity wasn't the right path for my trip. No, I felt connected to other believers. Never felt anything special when attended religious service, except that he was fulfilling an obligation with God. So I wandered without faith, looking for something to cling to. In my search I found Wicca, the Baha'i faith, and finally Islam. I studied Islam discreetly, on his own and in secret, for 2 years. Wish I was able to separate fictional fact. I didn't want to confuse Islam with the cultures they claim practicing Islam while instituting things that are clearly against everything that Allah has revealed it to us. He wanted to distinguish between religion and the societies that adopted. It took time and patience. I have met many brothers and sisters who have helped a lot via email that answered all my questions and opened their lives for me to examine. I never liked the image that received from what a woman was. In popular culture we are portrayed as very sexy, like ladies, independent enough that men don't have real responsibility with us or the children they help to raise, but dependent enough for us to continue looking for a new man. The common woman on the street, she is harassed and sometimes groped on the street by a stranger. Never I either agreed or found it flattering. In Christianity I was taught that as a woman I should not teaching in the church or questioning the authority of any man in public. Or the portrait painted of women in Christianity was one of inferiority. Should to be chaste and silent, with children at our feet. In Islam I found a voice, a system that gave me absolute respect for being a mother and recognized the fact that I was a mother, that I am equal to man in all respects except one: physical strength. The hadith are full of stories of women who have spoken in public, and the Islamic history is full of women who were leaders. It was a theology that I could respect, because it respected me. I had to ask myself if I really wanted to be like all the people I saw around me. Who was really oppressed? The girl wearing tight jeans and getting flirted with boys who passed by car were not free. She was a prostitute of society and was not respected. I was grateful that my mother had never allowed me to use these things. Not that she had wanted to, but her disapproval was an encouragement more. After analyzing the Muslim's position and what she felt to be true in my heart, how could I deny Islam? 6 weeks ago I took the decision to convert to Islam. I did it and I didn't regret it. My friends, they respected because they see that it didn't change who I was and what I believed. In truth, it gave more support. My advice to all women is to do it to yourself these questions. Whatever your daughter believe about herself, how should it allow be treated? She was really born with bad trends because she is a descendant of Eve? However you want her to feel about one's own body? What model is it establishing for her? What an image of femininity are you promoting? How men treat you and how would it allow it to be treated?